It's called defense. It's in the dictionary under DEFENSE. I may be wrong, but I doubt it. I may be wrong. I may be wrong. I may be wrong, but I doubt it. I may be wrong. I may be wrong. I may be wrong, but I doubt it. No dancing, no hugging.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Here's the Deal. Of course, this episode will be another straight talk. I don't have no notes or nothing. I just kind of want to talk about some of the things that's been going on in the NBA, some of the top stories. And as always, feel free to comment your thoughts down in the comment section and let me know what you think. But let's get started. Let's talk about the lottery last night. For those of you who don't know, last night was the NBA's lottery, basically seeing the order of who's going to pick. And the Celtics got the first pick, the Lakers came in with the second pick, and the 76ers have the third. Now, I want to focus on the first pick because on a lot of social media today, I've been talking to a lot of Boston fans, and I've been looking at what they've been tweeting, what they've been sharing on Facebook, and a lot of guys seem to be sold on Markelle Fultz. Now, let me be very clear. Markelle Fultz is good. He's a great scoring point guard. He's NBA ready right now. But let's be honest, Celtics fans, is that what you need? I don't think that's what you guys need. And when I say that's not what you guys need, I think you guys need to go out there and get that ball dominant small forward. Not so much, I didn't mean ball dominant, but that small forward, like when you guys can't get a bucket, you go to him. That Jimmy Butler, that Paul George, that Gordon Hayward. I think they need to use that first pick to try to bring in that guy. Because let's be honest, you bring in Markelle Fultz, right? You put him in the, let's say you put him in the backcourt. He doesn't play defense as good as Avery Bradley, so are you going to bring him off the bench? Cool, bring him off the bench, let him run with Marcus Smart, but let's say Markelle Fultz pans out. His first year, rookie year, he averages what? Let's give him 15. Let's give him 15 to 18 points. Let's put him in the starting lineup. Let's say they bench Bradley. Start Fultz with Isaiah Thomas. He gives you 15 to 18 points. And to be honest, that's only going to get you probably back to the Eastern Conference Finals to lose to LeBron. And that's just the honest truth. You know, I know it's a big thing. You guys get the number one pick, and I agree. That's huge. But you guys need to use that number one pick to your advantage to try to throw in a package deal. Get rid of some of these bench players, Rozier or maybe Smart. You know, you guys have a lot of guards over there, and go get that small forward because that's what you guys are going to need in order to get past the Cavaliers. You're not going to need another. How tall is Fultz? He's about 6'4", 6'3", good size, but that's not enough. The reason why the Celtics are at a disadvantage going against the Cavs right now is because they don't have that small forward who, even if he can't stop LeBron, who can consistently go at him and score. And I like Jay Crowder. He's a good defender, but we all know that he's no match for LeBron, and he can't consistently score. One night Jay Crowder could go off, give you 20 points. Another night he might only have 8. And that's not going to cut it. And that's the same reason why the Celtics struggled in certain series with dominant small forwards. Like, let's go back to the first series. Yeah, they won once Rondo went out, but they were having issues guarding Jimmy Butler. And, you know, so I think that's what you guys need to do with that first pick. I like Markelle Fultz, but I don't think you need him in that situation. And let's be honest, it's going to take him a couple of years to probably be that prominent star that people think he's gonna be. Let's not forget guys like James Harden, Russell Westbrook, you know, some of these guys, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, as soon as they got in the league, they weren't taking the league by storm. It took them a couple years. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, it took him about 5 years. Paul George, took him about 5 years to become what they are now. James Harden, you guys saw how he melted down in the finals. It took him a while to figure out where and how he should play in the NBA and how he can be most effective. And I don't think the Celtics have that time. I don't know if you guys know, but Isaiah Thomas is 29 years old, going on 30 this year. So think about it. He's 5'6". Really, he plays off speed, and he's getting older. how long do you think his speed is going to stay at that rate? It's not going to be long, and he's only 5'6", so he's not going to offer you much once his speed fades. Al Horford, he's another one getting up there in age. You know, he's actually playing pretty well in the playoffs this year, but his years are numbered as well. So I think you guys are in the business of win now. I think that's what the Celtics need to do. You guys are in the business of winning now. And if you want to win now, you don't draft Markelle Fultz. You wrap up that first pick in the draft, you throw some players in there, and you go get that small forward. You go get that Gordon Hayward, or you go get that Paul George, or you try to make a run at that Jimmy Butler. And you guys try to take down the Cavs now. Because I'm telling you, if you wait it out, hoping for Fultz, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Isaiah Thomas is going to get old. You're going to get rid of him. Al Horford is going to get old. You're going to get rid of him. And then you're going to have Markelle Fultz, who might reach his peak in about three to 5 years and give you what? Let's say best case scenario, 25 to 30 points a game. But then you got another Isaiah Thomas, and you're back in the same situation. So, yeah, that's how I feel about Boston. Feel free to let me know what you guys think down at the bottom. But moving on from that, I wanted to talk about my Lakers. You know, talk to my Laker fans out there, because you know I'm a Laker fan too. And I've heard a lot of gripes about, I don't think the Lakers should get Lonzo Ball. They should go De'Aaron Fox. I don't think you guys are quite understanding how good Lonzo Ball could be in the NBA. Now, I was just talking to somebody on Twitter, and they were telling me, well, De'Aaron Fox killed Lonzo Ball twice this year, and those are facts. And I agree, those were facts. Lonzo Ball had no answer for De'Aaron Fox. But we're talking NBA now. We're not talking one-on-one. You know what I mean? First off, Lonzo Ball's a better shooter than De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox shot 13% from the three-point line in college. So I don't know how you think that's going to translate to the NBA, but it's not. Now, don't get me wrong. I like De'Aaron Fox. He plays defense. He's physical. No one works harder than him. But Lonzo Ball is on another level. Like, this might be the best passer to enter the league since maybe LeBron James. You know, and that's saying something, because he's that good, you know, and it's not just my personal feelings. This is what people have been saying all over. Like, his passing ability is Magic-esque. Not saying he's on that level, but the ability to make your teammates that much better just by simply how well you pass the ball is good. Like, so think about the Lakers and how much they struggle on offense now. They got a little bit better this year, but there were times on possessions where you'll see them just dribble the ball. Julius Randle gets it, and he goes to the hole, he forces a shot up, or D'Lo has to force up a three. Why not have Lonzo Ball in there, who can create these easy shots for these other young guys? For Brandon Ingram, a slasher, a 6'9", 6'10" guy who's taller than everybody. Why not have Lonzo Ball there, who can create those easy shots for you? That'll keep you in games. That'll keep your starters rested. You know what I mean? Just having that. So to me, it's a no-brainer. To me, it's a easy no-brainer to get Lonzo Ball. And you know, I'm not too concerned with his father, this, that, or another. You know, his father can be overbearing at times, and sometimes he comes off as rude, man. But Lonzo Ball is still his own man, and you may not see it yet, but when he gets to in the NBA, his father has already stated he's not going to be over his shoulder like that, blah, blah, blah. His father is just marketing him, you know, making sure his marketing is good. Lonzo's a quiet dude. His father is not. And to be honest, when it comes to marketing and getting your brand out there, LeVar's doing a great job. So I'm not really too concerned about the whole LeVar Ball situation, because I believe Lonzo is that great of a basketball player, and he's only going to get better. He's already at a pretty good level right now. And let's not forget, this man is 6'6", who can pass the ball like that. You don't find that too often. So Lakers should definitely go with Lonzo Ball. I think there's no question. If they get anybody else at that spot, depending on who it is, I'd probably be pretty upset. But we'll see what they do there. Let me know what you think about that, of course, too, Laker fans out there and anybody from the outside looking in. Next thing I wanted to talk about, Spurs and Warriors, man. Look, I'll start with this. Zaza Pachulia, whether he meant to do that on purpose or however it is, man, this guy has a history of dirty plays, and I can't respect him for it. you know. But with that being said, the Spurs still got to come out and play. You losing by 36 points, I don't care to who, and you're in the playoffs, you're the second seed, you still got to come out there and play. You came out there and played against the Rockets, you did a good job. I understand this is Warriors, I understand the level of talent is higher, but you still got to come to play. There's no reason the Spurs, a Coach Popovich team, should lose by 36 points in the playoffs. That's inexcusable. But with that being said, that series is over. It might end up being a sweep now, and I had it 4-1 to be honest, but it might end up being a sweep. I think the Spurs' best chance to win a game in that series will be that first game home. So we'll see how they do. We'll see if they come out with some energy, but that series is basically over 4-1. And the last thing I wanted to touch on is, of course, the series that starts tonight, the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Boston Celtics. Now, most of you guys who watch my videos have known I've picked the Celtics to lose in the last 2 rounds. And they've been proving me wrong. And you know, I'm impressed with it. They're deeper than I thought they were. They're a deeper team than I thought they were. And they play defense. And they're exceptionally great at home. So when it comes to this series, though, I just think that LeBron mismatch is going to be a killer. I think LeBron, he's already having his best finals ever. I think this series he's going to really ball out because there's not a soul on the Celtics who can guard LeBron James. There isn't. Jay Crowder can't. Avery Bradley is only 6'2". He's too small. LeBron can just post him up the whole time. So I think they're going to have a really tough time just zoning in on this guy. And when it comes to offensively, if Isaiah Thomas gets cooking, which I don't doubt that he will do, especially at home, if they put LeBron on him, those other guys are going to have to step up. And Cleveland, I hate to say it, but they flipped that switch that many were questioning that they couldn't switch ever since they started the playoffs, and they're playing defense. And I don't know who's going to consistently give you buckets on the Celtics. Now, Avery Bradley has stepped up big time, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. I'm liking that he's becoming more of an offensive player to go along with his defense, which is already great. But that LeBron mismatch up is a mishap heaven for the Cavaliers, and I don't see the Celtics being able to overcome that. So ultimately, I can see Boston getting a game or 2 at home, but ultimately I got the Cavaliers winning that series in either 5 or 6 games at most, but I'm probably going to go with 5 on this one. And we'll see how I turn out with that one, because the Celtics love proving me wrong, so we'll see. But once again, guys, this was another episode of Here's the Deal. Just some NBA talk, man. So just some things that are on my mind. Please feel free to comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if you're right. Please, I appreciate it all, man. And, you know, we can argue about this sports things all day.